Well, guys, day 4, Nova Open, the last day of the event and last day before our drive home back to Canada. So we have 2 more rounds of the GT today. Sam is on a winning streak right now. He has 3 wins with a total of 20 victory points. And then myself, I have 2 wins and a loss, and a total of 21 victory points. Again, the tournaments are all done by victory points, not win-losses, which was a change, like I said, towards us.
Hurts my score.
Yeah, I think it hurts everybody's, right? Like in the doubles tournament, our round number 1 when we tied James and Jamie, we both got 1 victory point, which set us both back. You know what I mean? So it's insane. It's sad that today's ending, but I'm glad that I came here, met the people that I have, hopefully made some friends that we can continue to connect with, and I think hopefully we can also meet up with them, later on at another event somewhere. I do plan on coming back here again. I don't know about anybody else, but I sure do.
I think it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it, especially if we get like a group of guys coming down from Canada.
Yeah.
And then they all come, we all carpool, we all crash in the same room, like comfortably, so like 4 in a room, you know what I mean? If we can get like that done, we're set, we're golden.
Yeah.
Very, very well run.
Yeah,
event.
that's a shout out to Devin and the rest of the DCHL crew that are helping him, like Walker and that, for running this tournament. It is running very smooth, and it is quite enjoyable.
That's both DCHL and Nova, because Nova's running
very
extremely
organized.
well.
Yeah,
Lots of hotel discounts and things.
That's right.
Food and things.
yeah.
And then also, DCHL's done a great job at organizing our own tournament.
Yeah, and it's been great. Like it's a charity organization. I didn't know that when we came down, but it's for a charity, and so it's great to actually see that. And like I didn't donate any money or anything like that, or for the prizes and that, for the draws that would go towards charity. But if I knew that, I would have tried to save up a little bit more, I think. So yeah, we're gonna be packing up here, heading down for the tournament, and we'll come back later on with more information. Welcome back, guys. Round number 4 of the GT. So today I'm playing Matt and his Thranduil's Halls, Desolation of Smog Sourcebook. So Thranduil and a bunch of guys, Toriel and a bunch of guys, and Legolas and a bunch of guys. Very similar style of army towards mine, minus I have Radagast and Great Eagle. So we will see how we fare from there. Come back afterwards. Well, guys, 4th round of the GT is completed. I gotta say, that was probably the worst defeat that I had. It is the worst defeat that I had in this tournament, of the actual weekend. I got absolutely no victory points. I had 2 or 3 models left on the board to most of his army. I took a big hit early. He had a bunch of Mirkwood, well, I should say 5 Mirkwood elves in a tree stand on one flank with Toriel. And so I had the idea, I'll take my Radagast and my Great Eagle and I'll flank them, sort of decimate them quite quickly, and then I'll come back and flank the main my enemy's main force. So when I was doing that, I actually ended up whiffing a bunch of dice rolls and ended up failing a bunch of fights with Radagast. They killed his Slay in like 2nd turn, and so I had to support him with other guys, which really left me stranded. So he was able to pick me off with a bunch of shooting and stuff, and yeah, that was it. My opponent was great. It was a good game. It was intense. Just bad dice rolls on my behalf. It's what it is, though. It's part of the nature of the beast. It's part of the game. So yeah, I'm out of contention for the runnings, but so I guess this last game I'm just gonna have fun. I don't know, we'll see how I play, and we'll go from there. Then awards ceremony later on tonight, guys. So I'll see if I can stick around for that. Well, last turn of the GT. So I'm playing Matt again. We played in the doubles. He's playing a lot of hobbits. So it's hobbits. Old Lothlorien list with Thranduil. Sorry?
Legolas and Build a Pony also.
And Legolas and Build a Pony. So it looks like it's going to be a fun list. The last scenario is Through the Death. So I got a lot of guys to kill and not a lot of models. I'm hoping Radagast, Great Eagle, and my heroes pull out some stuff for me. Maybe even my Rangers. We'll see how we do. So Matt, best of luck, man. Let's have another good game. Well, the GT is over. I have finished probably middle of the pack. Sitting at 27 or 28 victory points. I had another win this game. Both forces were broken. Matt is a really good player. I enjoy having the game against him. So overall, great experience when I come back, definitely. Sam, how'd you do?
Yeah, I did pretty well. So overall, 4 wins, 1 tie.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's really good.
I ended up with 36 points,
Yeah.
50 possible. So
That's top. That's top.
so we'll see how the standings go.
Yeah.
I love my list.
Yeah. Well, you changed it, right, for the last. So you add in the fellowship and stuff like that. Yeah, and that last game was really an advantage with how it played out and your capabilities, right?
Yeah, I really kind of my list was just with kind of
Yeah. So Devin did a great job running this, and the rest of the DCHL crew. I would urge anybody that has the time, money, come in here and check this out next year, September again, probably Labor Day weekend. Check it out. It's a great fun, and let's just keep this tournament growing, or any other tournaments even in your area. Just make sure you get out, participate, stuff like that. Thanks for watching, guys.
That's a huge way of supporting your hobby.
Yeah,
I want to
it's
say it's like it's not just buying stuff because eventually we're not going to be able to buy stuff.
That's right. But getting out and showing the popularity.
Showing that your community is big, and that's what we've seen here as well.
That's very much so. I'm going to just pan around backwards. I'm going to turn, and you can see everybody behind me. These are all Hobbit players, all the way down there. They're still playing some of them games. That's all Hobbit players. So these 3 tables are all Hobbit players. So, get out there, support your Hobbit hobby, as GBH will say. Thank you to DCHL for putting this on. Great tournament, great turnout. Thank you to everybody that's taking the time to come say hi. GBHL crew, James, Damien, Tom, Jamie. It was great to meet you guys, and keep on doing what you're doing. Cheers, guys.
With 59 kills goes to Brian Killian.
Woo! Congrats!
He got a prize of his choice from the vendor section of any type. And he's chosen Easterlings. So he now has a prize, and the Easterling army is now going to start. So, second thing. Alright, so we're just going to roll through this because I know a lot of you guys are hungry. So next, we're going to go ahead and give out the Best Painted Award. Now, the award only goes really to the top person, but I'm going to tell you the top 3. So, in 3rd place of all those beautiful terrain boards and everything, all of armies, we have James Clark.
Yeah! Woo! GBHL Games, 3rd place.
I'm just telling you the prize. So, 1st place.
Oh, wah, wah.
You will get a certificate. They're actually printing that out now. The second person to get a certificate, which is being printed, is Tom Clucci.
Woo! Yeah! Woo! High Elf Army there.
Now, first place in Best Painted to store their treasure forever in the mountains of Erebor. It will be Robert Cruz.
Yeah!
All right. So now, we have the favorite armies being tallied now. That's finished. So, gentlemen. All right, gentlemen. Have it.
Not a bad
Let you guys know.
I don't know.
This award is split into good and evil. So everyone's favorite good force, we're gonna go ahead and crown them King of Gondor. Andrew Curtin.
Yeah!
The favorite evil army. You're gonna start your army strong. Troll helmet at a workshop. That one goes to Austin Bett.
Yeah!
Good job, Austin.
All right.
Yeah.
Next, before we get into the actual prizes, the GBHL are going to nominate a player for the best sportsmanship, one of the best experiences they had in gaming. Gentlemen, one of you can come up here. Hey,
Come on.
Damien, come on up. Put you in the spotlight. SBG Magazine.
Woo!
Free
Free. Yeah.
And who do you choose?
Obviously, it was quite tricky because we all played different people, except one. So we are giving it to the person that we all played and the entire British team played, which is Mr. Brady.
All right. Now the moment you guys have been waiting for. Of course, the suspense going in opposite order.
You guys are awesome.
Third place. Robert. You got third place. You got third place. Yes. All right. So, watch this. Make sure I get this. All right. Third place. With 37 points, it's going to GBHL James Clark.
Yeah!
Coach James.
That was a very hoarse voice you had there.
Second place. They're going to get. Actually, I'll show you the prizes. This is the Wetzel Workshop Smout. It is with 40 points. Damian O'Brien.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, the one you guys are waiting for. Who's the one who dominated this GC?
Might just be that guy right there. Maybe.
Maybe I should give it to them quickly. With 49 points and a possible 50, GBHL Thomas Harris.
Cleared the standings. Straight across the board. Just make sure you don't drop it.
Get in the box and ship it, guys. All right. So we actually have a couple more boards. So for an absolutely good sport, we actually found the coolest little prize. It's now, we think of this as a dragon in training, not quite as big as we'd like it to be. So we should give it to the man who knows he's going to be great one day. So that goes to first stager Jeremy Smith. This award for 9 points. Goodbye. Could have been. Well, guys, it's been awesome. The chance that we get 3 different countries, tons of players you never would have met ever, all playing together. Hope you guys had an awesome time. Thanks for coming.
Yeah! Well, we're on the road again, back north to Canada now. After 4 days of gaming, LOTR, Hobbit, Sam, Gareth, and I have all thoroughly enjoyed ourselves for the weekend. Sam here didn't lose a game at all. Track record.
True say. I lost one battle report game against Damien, so just friendly.
Yeah,
just
but tournament-wise, you didn't lose a game whatsoever, which is great. Myself, I was in the entire tournament. I had 5 wins, 2 losses, 1 tie, which isn't a bad record. I don't do a lot of tournaments whatsoever, so for someone that doesn't do a lot of tournaments, I'll take it. Gareth, what did you have a lot of wins? Never mind, he has his headphones on. I can't see behind me, guys. Yeah, driving, should be focusing. I'm talking to you guys instead. So it wasn't bad. Like, there were some really intense games. Like, one of my wins, or one of my losses, sorry, it was down to the last turn, and I had to kill either Treebeard or another Ent, and I tried getting both of them, and it just didn't work out for me. So, so that was that. But the tournament was good. I'm really surprised, actually, with the different play styles and mindsets from and I've seen it mentioned with the GBHL guys as well. But besides myself and Sam and the GBHL team, and then I think I saw one other wizard. Cleared everybody. Yeah. They were like hordes of troops. You know what I mean?
Which actually really lent themselves to the scenarios as well that they chose.
For sure. For sure.
With domination, reconnoiter, and high ground. Now they also modified them a bit to welcome that as well, because they had the scenarios set up so it was the highest point number. The player with the highest point number close to the objectives won the objective, rather than just having the most models or rather than being the only one.
Yeah. No. And like it changes your mindset. You know what I mean when you're playing. Like up in Canada, well in Ontario specifically, in our circuit that we play in, it's a regular thing to see somebody with like fight 6 and a heavy fighter.
Yeah.
But Sam here, he was mentioning, he's like, there was like next to none of that.
Those tier 1 heroes, right? There was Imra Hill.
Yeah.
You fight him at one point.
I did fight him too, yeah,
But
you're right.
honestly, he's the only tier 1 hero that I can think of that my opponents brought against.
That's right. You know,
Except for, like, there was a lot of ring raids.
Yeah.
But other than that, there was a lot of common things that you don't see.
Yeah.
Or things I would expect to see that we didn't see.
Yeah.
And it means when you do take that kind of stuff,
It really, yeah. Like, it's Radagast on Slay. A lot of people made comments like, oh, we never see that and stuff. And like, when you think Radagast on Slay, or Radagast in general, he's just a wizard, he's not a good fighter. But for the most part, he actually was because they didn't have any of those like fight 6 guys.
yeah.
For the most part, he was a bit of a beast.
Yeah.
You know, I think the only fight 6 that I fought besides Imrahil he's fight 6.
Yeah.
Was Toriel.
Yeah.
Everybody else, you know, that I was a fighting-based character with 3 attacks.
Yeah. So we're not including Legolas in that.
No.
We're not including Thranduil on that.
But-
because they've only got 2 attacks.
They're not really combat oriented. Like they can be okay, but they're not combat oriented.
Yeah.
And so like that surprised me. Like I'm surprised somebody didn't take like Aragorn. You know what I mean? And
Well, yeah, so that
along
meant
those lines.
when I was playing with Aragorn or with Boromir, both of them could just walk in,
Oh yeah.
roll 3 dice, and kill like almost any hero.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see the Troll Chieftain actually. So there was a few monsters wandering
Yeah,
around
but
that matched, that made it a little bit more difficult
Yeah.
for those big heroes.
But they're troll chieftains. They're monstrous creatures. Even a regular monstrous creature will have high
they're not
fight
quite the
value.
same thing.
No, because you got the might and stuff like that right on
Yeah.
them. But it's still a higher fight, right?
Well, I think that's what most of the American players who came would rely on for their combat. Is the monsters, and these monsters seriously run into some problems with large bases.
Yeah, I fought one battle, and my opponent had Treebeard, 2 Ents, and 2 Great Eagles, and then a handful of Moses that were Gone Very Gone.
Yeah.
I have never played against a Gone Very Gone, or Treebeard, or Ents in any of the leagues. Actually, or even a Great Eagle, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was
Much different.
Yeah, but like it's hard for him because he had to spread himself out thin.
Yeah.
You know, with the list and that because we were playing domination at that point in time. So like he ended up winning because I couldn't kill off his guys. But like it was one of those things that if I get more models on the bases, it would have been better for me. But again, I was playing more of a lead thing, so I was stretching myself out thin too. But like I didn't. That's one thing. I've never played against those, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I do agree with your whole. They use their monsters at high fights.
It was interesting to see the clash in metas.
Yeah.
A serious clash in meta.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly how it is in Britain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was completely different.
Yeah.
From Ontario. You play a lot more tournaments than I do, just because of my work schedule and stuff. But you would probably be able to add more to that than I can.
Yeah. Well, even. The things that I hear about from the Great British Hobbit League, I'd expect more less horde armies than what we saw. Like 59 model.
My last
Gondor.
My last army that I fought was a bunch of hobbits.
Yeah.
With a few elves that mixed in there, and he broke at 32 models.
Yeah.
So 64 models on the board.
Yeah.
Like that surprised me.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay. And then there was another table. I never faced him, but he had like 77 or 70 some odd goblins, warrior goblins, and I'm just like, holy,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah, serious clash in meta, and I mean, it was really interesting to see how they came together and kind of what pushed through. And after watching, well, I mean, did you WHL's guys got first, second, and third.
Yeah, they cleared the winning standings, right?
So I'd say there's certain things from that I'd want to take out and add to my own list building checklist.
I agree. And it wasn't anything too over the top, their list either.
No.
But it's understanding your army. It's bonuses and what you can do with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And knowing how to play. Yeah, it was really, really cool. Tournament was great. You know, the No Movement charity, the charity organization. So that's A, I think that's awesome. B, you know, there was a lot of hard work from everybody involved. Like Devin put in a ton of work to complete that.
Yeah.
Same with Walker and the other DCHL guys. You know, so I was quite impressed with that. The one thing I think I would like to see changed, maybe, and we were talking with Devin about this actually when we were there, is the victory points. They play with their victory points. That's one thing that I wasn't prepared for. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know that's how they were gonna score their overall winnings. Like it says in the rule pack when you're reading, you get victory points for this, but it doesn't say, or at least I don't recall, and I could be wrong.
That's what would decide your standing.
That's right.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a win, tie, loss.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean,
which if that was the case, you would have been up there.
Yeah, and I was a little bit disappointed.
Well, you won all 5 of your fights in the GT, so.
And so that was a little bit hard.
Yeah.
That's something that I said as well. I'd like to see that kind of changed. We were talking about that. It means that anyone can come from anywhere.
Yes.
Which we don't necessarily. I don't necessarily think that that's a great thing to have. The possibility of one person in one game gain 10 victory points and all of a sudden shoot up the standings.
That's right. I understand why it can be done that way. As I was saying to Devin, I understand why it's like that. I've never seen it that way. Just because, here's the thing: is you'll have a very strong opponent going against a very strong opponent. They're gonna nullify themselves out.
Yeah.
Then at other times you're gonna have a very strong opponent going against a very weak opponent, and then they're gonna skyrocket. Or the other thing is somebody who is a weak opponent that just has a mix of a match of stuff might get a lot of victory points, and then he's up with the top tier, and then it causes a bit of a stress because
people
then
bounce around more.
Yeah, and that is true. It does give everybody a chance to bounce around.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm so used to that win-loss tie.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
You know.
So coming out of it, that's something that we, I think, know our own opinions about more when we started.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. And I mean, we each had amazing games.
Oh yeah.
There's too many moments to even talk about them all.
Yeah.
In different games that happened. Boromir died to a Urkai captain in the second last turn of one of my games.
Lurtz?
And it wasn't Lurtz himself, but it may as well have been.
Yeah.
It was super themey. We felt like it was so themey.
Exactly.
Then Galadriel banishing a shade off the table.
Yeah.
Legolas killing a fell beast and a warrior priest in the same turn.
I'll be honest. One of the probably most tearful parts for me, but also one of my favorite parts at the same time because of the thematic not thematic, but the thought that I had in this sort of picture in my brain was Radagast losing a fight to a great eagle and then being chucked into a tree, and just imagining the splinters of the sleigh just going all over the place and stuff like that. I kind of enjoyed that. I was okay, you know.
Yeah. I can see it.
Hurl a giant base, and thankfully there's only one model on the way because how I spaced everything out and where everybody was. But just imagine hurling, the the sleigh, because like if you're compacted, like if
It'd be
you're
something for the
compacted,
movie.
oh, you got a ton of guys that you're gonna be knocking over, kidding, killing.
So,
Yeah, I don't know, and I think the best part though is meeting everybody and the community feeling and being able to sort of connect. That by far was probably the best thing.
and now all we can talk about is how excited we are to connect again.
Yeah,
Go over to
That's-
England,
yeah.
come back next year, things like that.
I'm planning on Stockport. I can't do it, in April. I would like to do both if I could, but
Yeah.
money-wise and future events, I just can't. April's out of the question, but October,
Yeah.
and that is in the works, And you know what? If I can swing it, I'm gonna go back to Nova. As
Yeah.
well. I would go back because I think it's a great way to support it. Who
I'd really
knows?
like to go back.
Who knows? But like I was after everything, I was talking with James, and I was saying, it'd almost be neat to every year have like a major event in a different country,
Yeah.
and everybody sort of from all the different leagues converges there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Imagine how huge that would. Like how it'd be huge, just huge.
Yeah.
It'd be great fun. And so like next year we go to England, then the year after that Canada or somewhere else,
Yeah.
but just see the different countries, meet the different people. So
Yeah, I agree.
I think it'd be pretty neat. I don't know about joining. I don't know. Like it's an idea to set up leagues and sort of combine them. You know what I mean? But then you're gonna
Have like
have
a World Series or something.
you're gonna have to have bookkeeping combined between all the
Yeah.
different leagues, and you're gonna have to have everybody on the same style of scoring, which I'm pretty sure, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that you can, I'm pretty sure that in Britain they also use the win-loss tie, right? So like I think that's 2 out of 3 countries that were there today, that could use the win-loss tie, and I think that'd be great if we can sort of merge if we can do that. So
Yeah. So I totally agree.
we'll see how it goes. So we got a few more hours before we're home, and that's only what?
And that's it.
Yeah,
Put the
that's
models
it.
to bed.
Yeah. Great weekend. I appreciate you tagging along, Sam and Gareth.
I
Not that you can
appreciate
hear me, but yeah.
the time that we've had.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm honestly surprised more people didn't come, but life happens.
Might happen.
Life happens. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Hopefully this has piqued enough of your interest that you guys will come out to one of these events. Make sure you go out there and support the Hobbit hobby, as the GBHLers will say. And we'll see you next time.
Happy holiday.